what was the first deal that you did with those guys?
Yeah, well, I don't mind sugarcoating disasters and pain and suffering, because I think everyone needs to know that property development isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It isn't certain. You really have to work for your money. So we actually incurred a £60,000 loss on our first site that we went for. And that was because we were basically trying to buy the upper floors of a retail parade, a couple of shops, and we were trying to get the upper floors and put 14 apartments in it. And so we were buying a long lease, a 250-year or 999-year lease of the property. As we're going through the whole process, legal process, etc., our solicitors are unable to get comfortable that the lease is correct. So they had a defect in the lease, basically regarding the exiting of the property for fire and stuff like this. And you know, at the end of the day, it blew the deal apart. But by that point, we were about £60,000 into it, 7 or 8 months of time. You know, it was one of those things. I think in hindsight, so
you didn't even actually buy it. It was just
no. This was just all the fees to the point where we were saying
all the due diligence.
Yeah. I mean, the drama was we had to pay the commitment fee on the funding to keep the funding line open. We were ready to complete, and just that final bit in the lease blew it up. So yeah, it was a baptism of fire. My move into development.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I speak with a lot of people that want to do large scale development, and everybody knows that there's a lot of money that you need to get into it for this, that, and the other. And normally they think it's like the equity to actually get in the deal, but it's actually there's a lot of painful costs of deals that don't go through, where you're doing surveys, you're doing valuations, you're putting money down for legal fees, and the deal doesn't even transpire, and you could be 15, 20, 30, 60 grand in, and if that happens on 2 or 3 deals, you spend a lot of money going absolutely nowhere. You're not even in the deal yet.
I'm more proud that we lost 60 grand on that than built something that we couldn't sell at the end, because it could have been a major disaster.
Absolutely.
So that. When we pulled the pin on that, whilst it was painful, it could have been a lot worse. And I totally agree. Everybody that I speak to believes that developers make a lot of money for not actually doing a lot. Ask any developers if they think they earn their money. You might see that 20% profit, and it amounts to several £100,000. But what you don't see is the hundreds of thousands of hours that have gone into delivering that scheme from the whole professional team. And so that's why the schemes that do come off do need to be at that 20% profit margin or better.